In this video, I'll go over some of the specific uses on equipment. We'll go over what's in each compartment, a little bit about how each individual item works, and we'll do that here on the MMH mobile care unit. The first thing we're going to talk about is the battery compartment here on the passenger side. There is a battery switch here. When it's up, it is off. When it's down, it is on. What that does is it allows power to flow to all the aftermarket accessories that make the vehicle what it is. With the switch in the off position, the chassis or all the Ford components will still continue to work. But this switch is what powers all the added pieces that make the MMH vehicle what it is. This battery compartment houses two batteries. These batteries are the batteries that power both the chassis and the clinic. The batteries should never be jump started from here. They should always be jump started from underneath the hood. On the driver's side, we have quite a few components to look at. The first here is the shore power connection. Shore power is the ability to hook the vehicle to a building or power pedestal through this outlet. You will plug one end of the cable into this outlet and the other side of the cable into the building or power pedestal. When plugging it in, there's no other steps that are needed. The vehicle will automatically activate using the power from the other source. To remove it, just simply pull the cables off. One thing to try to do is to make sure that air conditioners and heaters are turned off before plugging it in, and vice versa. Make sure the heaters and air conditioners are turned off before unplugging it. This will help both the life of the air conditioners and heaters, and it will also stop breakers from tripping from too many things being turned on all at one time when you first plug it in. This is the DEF tank. This is a lockable lid. The DEF fluid is diesel exhaust fluid. It's going to be for diesel vehicles only. This fluid gets pumped into the exhaust and helps the vehicle meet emission standards. Expect to fill this tank up every other fuel fill up. You can fill it up either with products that are available anywhere you get your automotive products, such as AutoZone, O'Reilly's, even Walmart carries DEF fluid in jugs. For ease of use, most large gas stations or truck stop gas stations have DEF pumps, so you don't have to worry about handling multiple gallons. The next item back is the generator. The generator has start and stop controls, just like you would have inside. It has an hour meter, so you can keep track of your maintenance, just like the inside of the vehicle. The other thing that we have here is a circuit breaker. Sometimes if you forget to turn off air conditioners and they all turn on all at once when the generator first fires up, that's the most common way to trip this circuit breaker. You'll notice that it's tripped because you'll have no power in the vehicle, but the generator is still running. So if you ever run into that situation, this would be the first place to check. Other than that, you can check your fluid levels here for coolant, and you can also check your oil fill here. But this is where the generator would get serviced from. We walk back through the vehicle. You can see that the shore power cord is in this large storage area. Be careful with these outside storage areas, as they are not completely watertight, so make sure that whatever you put in them you're willing to let get wet. This is the fuel tank for the vehicle. It is a diesel vehicle. This fuel tank is shared by both the generator and the chassis. The generator will only run down to a quarter of a tank to make sure that you can't run the vehicle out of fuel by using the generator. So make sure you always have plenty more than a quarter of a tank before attempting to use the generator for the day. These back doors house the wheelchair lift. There is whole videos that we have supporting the wheelchair lift operation, so I'll let you download those for more information. Inside the vehicle, we have a couple different controls. These are located right behind the driver in the clinic area. The first thing we'll talk about is the generator. This has a stop, preheat, and start switch, as well as an hour meter. This is the same setup that is on the outside of the vehicle on the generator itself. To start the engine for the generator, we're going to press and hold the start preheat button. You'll see that it's flashing, saying that it's preheating. The next thing it will do is it will start cranking once it's ready. Once it's running, you'll see that the light stays solid. The generator is now running. In a few seconds, we'll hear a thud noise, which is the automatic transfer switch kicking in, and we'll have full power to the vehicle. The next switch over is going to be the Voltworks, which is the inverter. To turn it on, we're going to press and hold the start button for just a moment. It will light up, and now we know the inverter's working. The next switch is going to be for the water pump. It is notated that it is for the FlowJet water pump. We're just going to simply turn it on, and we now have water pressure to all the outlets. To use the air conditioners, we're going to use the Dometic thermostat, which is located on the wall in each room. There's one for each air conditioner. We're then going to press the on button twice to get it to turn on. You can see at the top it says cool. Zone 1 is going to be what we want for each individual air conditioner. And then it has the temperature and fan speed. And we can change those. We can change the fan speed. We can change the temperature up and down. Then we can also change the modes. Fan only, off, and cool. Heat is supplied through the wall heaters. There is a knob on every wall heater. To turn it on, we're going to turn the knob clockwise. We can adjust the temperature by rotating it anywhere in that range. To turn it off, we're going to go all the way counterclockwise, and now the heater is off. The awning is a simple operation. We have an out button, which will extend the awning. We have an in button that will pull the awning back in. And then of course we have lights on the awning, which is just simply on and off.